Hey there guys, my name is Zander and I'm playing Kenshi. So we're up to 0.97.6 in Kenshi. There's been a lot of updates recently and I've had this base now for the game there says 110 days, but I've had to import it multiple times and there's been updates. I really don't know how many hours in this. This particular save. The good news has been with the imports and stuff, I no longer have to just keep wiping and starting from scratch. I've probably had this base started about a year ago maybe, and it's been some fun stuff to say the least with Kenshi over the last little while. I do have some mods on, if anyone's wondering. This is why I have this much guys. I mean, this is the first century as I call it. I've always really liked my Roman stuff, so I decided to just name my guys, well, apart from these cucks, obviously, after Centurias, because it's really easy to have your soldiers and a Centuria rather than have, first bunch of guards, and then the guards that stay at home, and then the archers, and then the workers. So I just thought, rather than some generic name like Army, I'd go with Centuria, because Romans and shit. Easiest way to describe it, so obviously I've got my guys mixed up. That hat should not be on. I actually have no idea why he's put that hat on, to be honest with you. And then I have my Triarius, some Princeps, Ticanus, so I like to organise mine in a lot of different roles. You all have their own different roles. So Triarius, usually my heaviest, most experienced troops. I generally just have older ones here, to be honest with you. The Primus Pilus, he's the charge. Primus Pilus, sorry. If I'm butchering Latin here, someone just shout at me in the comments, I don't mind. We have a Princeps Ticanus here. He's like the leader of the Princeps. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know much about Rome, fair enough. There should probably be a video, I imagine, because of the tags I'll be putting on this, which are going to be pretty fucking cancerous, not going to lie. There should be a related video, hopefully tagged somewhere on the right where you can read up about Roman tactics and shit. If YouTube decides to work, fucking guarantee it won't, but if it does, feel free to look it up there. So we have the Princeps, so basics of Rome, Triarius, really experienced, Princeps, pretty well experienced, and then his status. So as you can see I have quite a good few of my status, and some Velays here. Now traditionally Velays in the Roman army, before the Marian reforms, don't worry too much about that, they were like some of the light infantry, usually rather under-skilled and stuff, and the Velays for me, because you can't currently get the ability for javelins or technically any sort of archery really, I decided instead they would be like my scouts. So they have very little armour. I do apologise by the way for the FPS just like fucking shitting itself when I look down here. But the Velays for me are like my scouts. They're some of the lightest troops that I have. So here's a Velus Ticanus. I'll just show you his layout. As you can see there's no proper armour, samurai leg plates, the boots, etc. I do just want to point out, if anyone's thinking I've modded this in, that as I say there are mods available, but I'm not modding any of these equipment in. As I say, I've had the base for over 100 hours, etc. And I have a little guy I'll show you later who's a fucking master at making everything. So yeah, here's my stuff. You'll see some of this stuff isn't quite specialist or master upgrade. So there you go, that helmet needs to be replaced obviously, but I'll get around to that at some fucking point. So as you can see the comparison here, Avilis and his status, quite a difference in what they usually hold. Now most of the Canuses, the leaders if you like to say, I use them as my medics and my rescuers. Therefore the officers do kind of have a job, which makes it easier, especially at the end of a big ass battle to say the least. And I usually identify them with most of these guys by either having a hat on or having no helmet on at all. It makes it easier to spot them when I'm doing this. Because I also use them if I'm going into a town, because they always carry backpack, most of them carry backpacks, sorry, to swap stuff out. As you can see I've came back recently from a trip, and this was to the very very far north because it's a new part of the map, obviously in 0.97.6. Hopefully I'll get a brief second to talk about that in a little minute. And I took them all the way up there, got some books and stuff because why the fuck not, who doesn't like reading, am I right? A little bit of that guiding light, series 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, yeah. Which just why not. And I love that book about the skeleton that's fucking murdered the child. Great book, by the way, 10 out of 10 would IGN. So, yeah, I just feel like I'm waffling on now. This is the basics of what I do. It's a really simple setup. It's not complete yet. As I say, I do have a mod on. One of the mods I'm going to show you first, that I have on at least, which builds in with all this, is it allows 256. I believe the default, if I remember correctly, don't quote me on this, is 64. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, don't fucking kill me. I am sorry, I'm not perfect. I mean, for one, you can probably tell by my accent, I'm Scottish. That's not a good fucking start in your life, let me tell you. And as you can see here, 256 guys, that's the maximum. I currently have 114. I do not mind other races, even though you're probably looking at this thinking, wow, they're all human. That's true. The reason why I picked the human ones is mostly for aesthetics, you know, because Romans, and also because it makes it easier to go through the Holy Nation territory and all that stuff, you know, because there's certain races and stuff I don't like. I don't know if it's just skeletons, and I don't know if there's other people that hate other races. I just remember going up there one time with a foreign race, it might even be a skeleton, and them getting really pissy, and me after then deciding to never go near them again with any skeletons or other races. So yeah, I usually just pick humans. Plus, obviously with the humans, of course, you can put on full armour, whether that's some of the other races, and skeletons of course, you can't really. So that's why I've got that on. So yeah, the Centuria, my army, if you like, or at least the first one, probably going to have a second one at some point. Then I have my foot guards, these all the guys have a samurai armour. As you can see here, so I've got my Princeps, they've got these helmets on just to make them stand out a little bit more. They also have samurai boots, Giarius, that should actually be samurai boots, fucked up there, flared helmets. That one's obviously got the wrong shit. And then my Primus Bellis, to make them stand out, I give them samurai armour, because obviously they'll lead. This is the book I was talking, no it's not. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm just fucking up here. I try and do anything to just fuck up this commentary. So you can probably tell, I'm not a fucking expert when it comes to YouTube. I did used to put up old videos, but I'm planning on getting back into it, why not? You can also see your Princeps have much better weapons generally, and there is some stuff I need to sort out. Partly because when I was off on my missions, I found some pretty good, decent stuff and some good blueprints to bring back. So I did sell some of the guys' weapons and stuff, so they need to be equipped. But that's fine, because I'll show you later, my experts. So yeah, the status, I say, just standard. The mast helmets, as you can see here, needs upgraded, so forth. And that's them. My base is quite large, we'll get to that later. My foot guards, if this would stop spazzing out, most of them carry armour. Do need to be upgraded, you can see, a couple of them. And they mostly stand around, doing fuck all. There's my character there. Gave him that helmet to make him stand out a bit more with foot guards, but now he looks like a fucking hipster. Archers, self-explanatory, got some different kinds, most of them have armour, apart from this guy, because why not? And my workers, you know, the bread and butter. I don't currently have any slaves. I used to have some slaves, and I think one of them managed to break off or escape. I think it might have been stolen by slavers, to be honest with you, which is funny enough. And a couple of them died as well, because a while ago I had some problems with food once not one of the updates that came out, and it kind of fucked over my food production. So a couple of them died. But that's fine. They're only slaves, right? Anyway, so over here, by the way, my tech, because this is going to be important for this, my tech is very high. So over here we have some, you know, some of these multi-barrel harpoon turrets. For an update. Thanks for that. So yeah, why take out one guy when you can take out the entire fucking lot? Harpoon turret with a light, obviously. You know, full on series gates. I remember when Kenshi used to only let you have these shitty things, but now you can have these big ones. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. One of my archers is obviously not in his post. I'm going to imagine I'm just going to assume that's because of how large the fucking base is. One of the things with having a big base is your archers never return exactly to what it's supposed to. There's supposed to be two on top of this tower. Never bothered their arse, obviously. One's supposed to be up there. One's supposed to be over here. Whatever. Just do what you want. And then we have some industry back here. The base, as you can see, got some farms in the middle. I didn't like the idea of having farms on the outside, just because it's too much effort. Got some electrical stuff in there. Steel refineries. This is where I make my shit, to put it simply. So we have my armour sniffing bench back here, making all the heavy armour. This guy here, I'm never known how to pronounce his name. I'm probably going to rename him a plastic surgeon. This guy, he's a fucking master when it comes to making armour. Make specialist grades and master upgrades all the time. What's he made for me? So today, just some replacement armour for some of the new guys I've got. Apart from this shit, obviously, that's another guy I'm trying to train up. It's terrible. Got a chain armour crafting bench here. And then we've got Titan. There's going to be a friend of mine watching this being like, fuck, you named one after me. That's right, I'm sorry. Okay. But the good news is, he is a very good blacksmith. Okay, so don't hit me. Just put this on play just now. You can see he's weaponsmithing 95 out of 100. You just seen it there for a second. Well, it says 94 now, but it was 95 out of 100 a second ago. So he's making me some weapons. You can see he makes quite good weapons. I believe Chirigi, whatever his name is like 80 or 90, but he is really high anyway. Other things, so we've got some stuff in there. We've got some hydroponics up here. Just why not use all the space where you can. There is a mod, another mod I'm going to show you really quickly. It's a really quick one, obviously. A mod which allows you to make books. Now I'm going to just take away from there for a wee sec so I can show you. Tons of batteries. If you come in here, there's an area where you can get ink stations. Now what you do with these is you put in some water and raw iron, get some ink, self-explanatory, and then you've got a hemp paper press. So you put in hemp, comes out static paper, and what you do is tip them on these book binders, which you can choose to have either a book, ancient science book, AI core, etc. I don't know why I'm saying etc, there's only one fucking thing left, engineering research, but whatever. And you put them in, and then you get a book, and the ink and paper. There's a little area for here for storage, so as you can see I've made engineering research, and that's because I have other ones that take the books from here and store them, etc, etc. So really good mod. I have some other. Oh, hang on, I'll just click that guy away. Get off him. So I've got some other stuff in there, but they're all mostly just like leather and sheets fabrication and robotics bench, etc. But that's not really that important. In here, this is what I mainly use as my barracks. I've got two robot repair benches, skeleton repair benches. That's the word. Wow, I'm really messing this up. Some bits for food. These I've got people that just run food backwards and forwards here, so they've always got lots of food. Another book binder because it's just extra space, and I need to put some more beds down here. Currently I think there's about 20 odd beds in there, which is good because it's about half of a Centuria once it's finished, because the Centuria will have 50 people in it. So if I can have at least half in a bed at a time, it should be, fine. Until I get a second Centuria and I have to make a second one. Up above we have some more hydroponics, some more batteries. I mean, as you can see I have a shitload of batteries, as this says here. And then a fuck ton of wind generators and large wind generators. There's only two large wind generators, but they do come in handy for just giving it a tiny little bit extra power. Oh great, emails, just what I wanted. Okay, and as you can see here, a lot of defences. So you've got quite a lot of gates here, back here, etc. All the way out to here. I used to have more gates, but they kept getting attacked down this direction, so I took them off. Yeah, but as you can see, the walls. I wanted to have like the most of the centre walls to be level 4s, and then the sort of outer ones to be level 2s and 3s, and I think it makes a nice aesthetic. Aesthetics, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Please don't. Again, please, the comments don't kill me. Originally, I was trying to make a shop, and I just can't work out the fucking mechanics for the shop, so I'm gonna have to look up a video and get that sorted. Speaking of mods, actually, just quickly, there is one mod I would recommend to everyone out there. If you look at your settlement and you think, this doesn't have enough people in it, if I can find one of these little bastards, there is one mod which helps out a lot, which I thought anyway, or like helps just add a little bit of aesthetics. Insert meme wave font here. It allows you to have little people walking around. I believe it's called Outpost Life. There's also another one I have called Citizens. I'll try and leave, if I remember, I'll try and leave a bit in the description so you can see all the mods. But there is one, and it just allows some people to walk around and just, do stuff. Sometimes they buy stuff, I believe, out of the shops. Obviously, I don't have a shop for them to buy anything out of yet, but yeah. Put this on play, hopefully I can find one of them. They're usually relatively easy to find because they are the only people walking around that don't have a name. There we are. As you can see, this guy, they're not on my faction, and he just walks around, patrols town, etc. They do come in quite handy as well though, because if people start attacking you, they generally tend to defend you, or run away. Either one comes first. We've got another one right there. So yeah, and the other good thing and handy thing about Kenshi is they come up as green on the map. As you can see here, these wee tiny little dots. Then that's the basics of my base. I'm not going to go for every single thing because honestly, it's really boring. But but it's quite a good supply chain, and most of these workers just work away, and they'll you know, build up towards stuff, try and put stuff away, move stuff over here. I've got fuck tons of bread being baked all the time, and I only have one place that makes food cubes. That'll have to be upgraded soon, but I'll worry about that another time. So while I let the place just slowly go up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the map. So a lot of you are going to be familiar with the map, hopefully. This is the area where I currently live in. It's decent-ish, quite quiet, at least once you've got a wall up, it gets quieter. And as you can see here, so we've got the new part of the map. I haven't explored it massively, but I have tried to explore the north and through the centre a little bit here. And for the most part, unlike a lot of the other map, the rest of the map, it's a tiny bit sparse, so you can see here there's tons and tons and tons of stuff. You get to here, there's a couple destroyed things in here. There was some ravaged outposts all the way across here, but obviously they're not showing up, just because they're quite minor. I didn't go any further north than that, and I found these bits here, where I got some more guys from a Centuria. And then I basically headed home because I didn't have enough money and started starving. I mean, I had about 100k when I left, and yeah, buying blueprints, food, and more troops means you have no money. The map up there, it's mostly it's foresty, well, deserty, and it's mostly interesting. We'll just lots and lots of shit to kill up there. Yeah, lots more opportunities for stuff. You know, most of the cities there are United Cities land, which is quite nice. And yeah, that's really about it. I only want to touch most of this stuff quite briefly, but if there's any one of these mods that I'd have to say, you know, you definitely need to get, in my personal opinion, it's that one that brings the population cap up to 256. It is really useful. You can have the best soldiers that, you know, the game, etc. in the world, but there's something about having 50 people in a squad just makes it that much more interesting. So this has been a rough, brief overview of my base. I do plan on doing more of these if people are interested. If no one's interested, then fair enough, I'll just do something else. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been awesome talking to you. And either way, have an awesome day, have an awesome life. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.